As the days shorten and a crisp chill settles in the air, a familiar melancholy can creep into a gardener's heart. We tidy the last of the fallen leaves, tuck our tender plants away for their long slumber, and resign ourselves to the idea that the growing season is over. For months, it seems, our connection to the soil and the joy of a fresh harvest must be put on hold. We look out at the bare earth or the frosty patio and believe that gardening must wait for the spring. It's a story we've told ourselves for generations, a natural cycle of rest and renewal. But I am here to tell you that this story can have a different ending, one filled with green shoots and fresh flavors, right through the darkest days of winter. My own journey into winter growing wasn't born of grand plans or a fancy greenhouse. It started with a simple, nagging question: why must it all stop? I missed the taste of freshly picked lettuce, the scent of herbs snipped straight from the plant. I began to wonder if a small corner of my home, a spare windowsill or a forgotten tabletop, could become a miniature allotment. It felt like a bit of a mad experiment at first, trying to replicate the complex dance of nature inside four walls. But what I discovered was that with a few simple techniques, anyone, absolutely anyone, can bring the magic of the garden indoors, no matter how small their space. This isn't about fighting winter, it's about inviting a little piece of the garden inside to stay with you. The real revelation is that growing indoors gives you a remarkable degree of control. Outside, we are at the mercy of the elements. Unpredictable frosts, relentless rain, or sudden dry spells. Inside, you become the gentle guardian of your own small ecosystem. You decide how much light your plants receive, when they get a drink, and what temperature they enjoy. This control is not a burden, it is a freedom. It allows you to create the perfect conditions for your chosen crops to thrive, turning a seemingly sterile indoor space into a productive and living green haven. It transforms gardening from a seasonal activity into a year-round conversation with nature. This is not a complicated science reserved for experts with expensive equipment. Forget the notion that you need a vast conservatory or a high-tech hydroponic system. All you truly need is a bit of curiosity and the willingness to learn a few fundamental principles. The process is wonderfully straightforward and deeply rewarding. We will walk through it together, step by step, from the soil under your fingernails to the crisp, fresh leaves on your plate. You will see how a little effort can yield a surprising abundance, bringing life, color, and flavor into your home when you need it most. Winter, you will find, is not an end, but a new beginning. Everything in gardening begins with the soil. It is the heart of it all. When growing in containers, especially indoors, the right mix is crucial because your plants have nowhere else to turn for their sustenance. A good indoor potting mix needs to do three things perfectly: hold on to moisture without becoming waterlogged, provide nutrients for healthy growth, and allow roots the space to breathe and expand. Bagged compost from the garden center can be a good starting point, but I find that making your own simple mix gives you far better results. It connects you to the process from the very beginning and ensures your plants have the best possible start in their new home. Here is a simple, reliable recipe that has never failed me. I call it the 3/3 mix, and it is wonderfully forgiving. Take 1 part good quality, peat-free multi-purpose compost for the main body and nutrients. Then, add 1 part perlite or horticultural grit. This is essential for creating air pockets and ensuring excellent drainage, preventing the roots from sitting in stagnant water. Finally, add 1 part coir, which is made from coconut husks. Coir is fantastic at retaining moisture evenly, acting like a sponge that releases water slowly as the plant needs it. Mixing these 3 components together gives you a light, fluffy, and perfectly balanced medium for your indoor vegetable patch. Once your soil is ready, you need to think about a home for your plants. The container you choose is more important than you might think. While any pot with drainage holes will do, I encourage you to select one that is deeper than it is wide. Leafy greens like lettuce and spinach, as well as herbs like parsley and basil, have surprisingly extensive root systems. A deep container allows these roots to travel downwards, creating a strong anchor and giving the plant access to more moisture and nutrients. This strong foundation below the surface is what supports lush, healthy growth above. Plastic, terracotta, or recycled containers all work well, as long as water can escape freely from the bottom. Finally, consider where this little garden will live. A south-facing windowsill can provide some natural light, but in the depths of winter, it is rarely enough. The secret weapon for indoor growing is a simple set of LED grow lights. You don't need anything powerful or expensive. A basic full-spectrum LED strip or a clip-on lamp will work wonders. Position them about 6 to 12 inches above your containers. This setup allows you to create a dedicated growing station on a small table, a bookshelf, or even a section of kitchen counter. You are no longer limited by the sun's whims. You are creating your own little patch of reliable, consistent daylight. Light is the engine of plant growth, and indoors, you are in complete control of the fuel supply. While the winter sun is weak and fleeting, your LED grow lights provide a consistent, reliable source of energy. For most leafy greens and herbs, the ideal duration is between 12 and 14 hours of light per day. The easiest way to manage this is with a simple plug-in timer, the kind you might use for holiday lights. Set it to turn on in the morning and off in the evening. This consistency is key. It mimics the long, steady days of late spring and encourages vigorous leafy growth rather than the weak, spindly stems that come from a plant desperately stretching for inadequate light. Getting the light right prevents one of the most common pitfalls of indoor gardening: etiolation. This is when plants become pale, long, and leggy because they are not receiving enough light to photosynthesize properly. They are literally stretching themselves thin in a desperate search for energy. By providing ample, direct light from your overhead LEDs, you encourage your plants to grow stout, strong, and bushy. The leaves will be a deeper green, the stems will be thicker, and the overall plant will be healthier and more productive. Remember to adjust the height of your lights as the plants grow, always keeping them just a few inches above the canopy. Just as important as light is water, but this is where a gentle hand is required. Overwatering is the single most common mistake in indoor container gardening. In the controlled environment of your home, soil dries out much more slowly than it does outdoors. The best way to check if your plants need a drink is not by a schedule, but by touch. Push your finger an inch or two into the soil. If it feels dry at that depth, it's time to water. If you feel any moisture at all, wait another day or two, and check again. This simple test will save more plants than any other piece of advice I can give. When you do water, do it thoroughly. Water the soil, not the leaves, until you see it begin to drain from the bottom of the pot. This ensures the entire root zone is moistened. Then, allow the pot to drain completely before placing it back in its saucer. About once every 2 to 3 weeks, I like to add a balanced liquid seaweed fertilizer to the water, diluted to about half the recommended strength. This provides a gentle boost of micronutrients that will keep your plants healthy and productive throughout the winter, replenishing what they have taken from their limited soil reserve. The next joyful step is deciding what to grow. Not all vegetables are suited for the confines of an indoor pot, but honestly, a surprising number thrive. The superstars of the indoor winter garden are undoubtedly the leafy greens. Loose-leaf lettuces like salad bowl or black-seed Simpson are perfect because you can harvest the outer leaves continuously, and the plant will keep producing from its center for weeks. Spinach, with its rich, earthy flavor, also performs brilliantly. Other wonderful choices include kale, particularly dwarf varieties, and zesty greens like rocket, also known as arugula, and mustard greens, which add a peppery kick to any salad. Beyond the greens, many herbs are wonderfully adapted to indoor life. Basil, which really detests the cold, will flourish under grow lights, providing that sweet, summery scent all winter long. Parsley, chives, mint, and cilantro, also called coriander, are also excellent candidates. You can grow them from seed, or for a head start, buy small starter plants from a garden center. The joy of snipping fresh herbs for your cooking on a dark December evening is truly one of life's simple pleasures. Imagine tearing fresh basil for a pasta sauce or chopping chives into scrambled eggs, all harvested just moments before from your own kitchen garden. One of the most remarkable discoveries you will make is how these indoor-grown vegetables taste. Often, they are sweeter and more tender than their outdoor-grown counterparts. This is especially true for greens like spinach and lettuce. The reason is pretty simple. They have lived a sheltered life. They haven't had to endure harsh winds, scorching sun, or battles with pests. This stress-free existence means they don't produce as many of the bitter compounds associated with self-defense. The flavor is pure, clean, and incredibly fresh. Furthermore, you will be harvesting them at their absolute peak, just moments before eating. a luxury that even the finest restaurants cannot always replicate. Another significant advantage is the near-total absence of pests and diseases. Your indoor garden is a protected biome, isolated from the slugs, aphids, and caterpillars that plague an outdoor plot. You won't need any pesticides or chemical sprays. The growth is clean and organic by its very nature. This makes the entire process more pleasant and ensures the food you are growing is as wholesome as it can be. You are cultivating not just vegetables, but also peace of mind, knowing exactly what has gone into the food you are feeding yourself and your family. The true beauty of this indoor gardening system is how effortlessly it integrates into your daily life. After the initial setup of mixing your soil and positioning your lights, the ongoing care becomes a simple, calming routine. It's just a few moments in the morning to check the soil, a satisfying snip of leaves for your lunchtime sandwich, and the gentle hum of the timer as it clicks the lights on and off. It is not a chore, it becomes a welcome ritual, a moment of quiet connection to the natural world, even when you're stuck inside. This small garden asks for so little but gives back so much in return. One of the most important, yet often overlooked factors for success is temperature. Most homes are kept at a steady temperature throughout the winter, and this is perfect for the vegetables we have discussed. Leafy greens and herbs thrive in the range of 15 to 21 degrees Celsius, or about 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which is typical for a modern home. This stability is a huge advantage. Your plants are not subjected to the wild temperature swings of the outdoors, which can halt growth or cause plants to bolt. They enjoy a constant, comfortable climate that encourages steady, reliable production all season long. My best advice is to start small. Don't feel you need to transform your entire living room into a market garden overnight. Begin with just 1 or 2 pots, perhaps a container of mixed lettuce leaves and a small pot of chives. This allows you to learn the rhythm of watering and observe how the plants respond to your specific environment without feeling overwhelmed. Success with that first, small harvest will give you the confidence to expand. You might add a pot of spinach, then some rocket. Before you know it, you will have a thriving, productive, and rotating system that provides a steady supply of fresh greens. This method is not a one-time project, it is a continuous cycle of sowing, growing, and harvesting. As one lettuce plant begins to fade, you can have another seedling ready to take its place. It's an ongoing, productive process that brings life and purpose to the quiet winter months. So I encourage you, no matter how little space you have or how inexperienced you think you are, to give it a try. Bring a little patch of green into your home. You'll be amazed at the flavor, the satisfaction, and the simple, profound joy it brings.